Hello students, welcome you all. Already we started the lesson. We are seeing about the Greece and the Rome. Greece, what is another name for Greece means? What is that? Hellenic world. What is another name for Rome means? Hellenistic world. Okay. So about these two places only we are all reading how they grown, the peoples are how they developed. Okay. How the administration was happened, the class divisions of the people, everything we are seeing actually. Now we are going to see about the what is it? Greece, Hellenistic world in the society and the principate. Society and the principate means society under the kings. Okay, because it was sometimes it was ruled by the high class people, but now it was ruling under the kings actually. So how it was now? Let me see. During the period of Principate, the imperial ruling class became the far more prosperous than under the republic. Before there were some peoples were ruled, compared to that somewhat developed uh, when they ruled by the Principate. Okay, the period witnessed a great influx luxury goods such as the silk, spices, gems from the east. Cities were built on a grand scale with the temples, theatres, stadia, and Colosseum stadium. Nowadays we have the football ground and the what is it? Cricket ground is like that. The important functions and celebrations will be happen at the center, but around the places will be there for sitting of the people. Gymnasia, aqueducts, baths and markets. The rich people distracted the attention of the poor by organizing games and contestants in the circuses where the gladiators were the forced to fight and kill each other. What is that? The development also is there, but poor people still they are all. But even though the poor peoples they forgot their problems by the way of seeing the circus and other games which they conducted by the government itself, means the administrations people itself. And gladiator is it's also one of the game actually. uh, they asked to fight actually each other in that. What is that? They want to kill each other. These are all the games it's happened in olden days. It's all happened. Gladiator is a separate film always say. Okay, any opposition person they quartered means that person will be killed in that particular game only. They asked to fight with each other and they will be killed actually. The most distinguished writers of the Augustan age brought glory to the empire. Augustine is one of the familiar person. So at that time, very familiar writers also they developed actually. Example, Pliny, the elder, complicated, voluminous encyclopedia of the science. The most detail of the science it was they got by the way of Pliny, writer, a great writer. He called the naturalist. He called it natural history. Which one? The book was written by Pliny. That book will be called as natural history. And here one of the data is there. What does that mean? About the Hannibal. He is one of the army chief of the Carthage. Army chief of the Carthage. Carthage is a very important ruling kingdom in one of the part of the Africa. Okay, they tried to occupy some of the places in the Rome. So the fight was happened. At that time, the Carthage sent the Hannibal only to occupy the place of the Rome. Okay, the war was happened near to 3 times. That all the wars will be called as a Punic. What is that? Punic. Punic wars actually. Okay, but finally Carthage can't won the Rome. The what is that? Hannibal was died actually by Hannibal ended his life by poisoning himself. They drink the poison himself and he died actually. Okay, this is a message in this paragraph. So finally what happened? The Rome became a very great power in the Western world. Okay. Then here if you see means he called it a natural history, and Seneca was another well-known author. Pliny is one of the well-known author. The Seneca is also one of the well-known author of an encyclopedia of the science actually. Encyclopedia of the science. Horace is a Horace developed. Horace is one of the book name. Horace is one of the person in his Odes. Odes is a book name. Developed a philosophy that combined Epicurean justification of the pleasure with a Stoic bravery in the face of trouble. Livy was more a prose stylist than historian. The best known historian was a Tacitus. Virgil's Aeneid glorified Roman imperialism. The Roman law attained its highest stage of the development during the Principate. So, what is that? At this time of the Principate only, they got a very luxurious life. city was developed, more glorious philosophers was developed, more good books are written at the time of Principate. These are all the details we got, the Roman people got at the time of society under the Principate. Okay. Next one, if you see, means after the death of Augustus in 14 AD, Rome had a few enlightened and capable rulers, somewhat developed. At the same time, the capable rulers they got, which they some of the rulers' name is Trajan, Antonius Pius. Here also is there, so just check it. And Marcus Aurelius. All others were tyrants. Marcus Aurelius stands apart. Marcus Aurelius stands apart from all others. Okay, in this group of kings, Marcus Aurelius is a very familiar person. As a philosopher, he authored many books. He was the first Roman emperor to send an embassy to China and establish a contact with an Asian power. So Marcus Aurelius only sent in one of the group of people to China, maybe for developing of the country. Okay. Then external innovation. But later, the other peoples, other country people of the they started to occupy the Roman Empire. These are all the reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire. The empire facing the threats of barbarian incursions depending on expensive mercenary armies. Okay, mercenary means what? Because of many other peoples or came to occupy the Roman Empire. So because of that, the Roman people, the Roman kings actually they came to stage to spend more money for protecting their country, especially at the time of 330 center of the empire moved from the Italy to Greek-speaking city Byzantium. Actually, what is it? Italy Greek-speaking city of the Byzantium. They changed the center of the empire. The capital will be there. No? That was changed to some other place. Whereas that means in AD 330, the center of the empire moved to Italy. Okay, to Greek-speaking city of Byzantium. They moved to Byzantium. They make the Byzantium to center of their empire. But it was difficult to rule the western parts and for such distance. But it's very difficult to rule their empire because very long distance of the certain area, especially western area. So the Goth Alaric lead these forces to sack Rome. The Franz Clovis took control of Goyle. At the time, what happened? The another one person, Frank, he started to rule the western area alone of Gahul. Gahul is a place. The Ostrogoth Theodoric proclaimed himself the emperor of Rome. The final onslaught came to the Vandals, distributed by the rule of Emperor Romulus Augustus. The Roman army, led by a Odovaker, revolted and deposed him. This marked the end of the Western Roman Empire. So what happened? They changed the center of the head of the Roman Empire. Because of that, they can't rule certain area, especially Western area. So what happened? Western area, some of the group of people, they started to rule that Western area alone. So because of that, Roman can't control their people. So finally, they can't rule up to end. So finally, the Roman Empire started to decline. Okay, so that's it about the Roman Empire. Remaining things, very small things only, about China and about the Christianity, about the Byzantium. Okay, that thing you can see in your next class. Okay, so up to this, understand properly, learn it properly, finish your work on time, send it on time. Okay, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.